Et salut les amis, c'est Laflys et on se retrouve sur Edna et Harvey et avec notre petite Lily qui est encore à mener son enquête pour sauver entre guillemets Edna qui a encore fait une connerie. Donc en fait j'ai regardé entre temps, stop c'était poil, pardon. Ah tiens on revient à nous. Donc il y a la tâche, donc lui qui était mort. Alors attendez, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire là? On peut reparler à ce mec là. Alors ouais.
Ooh!
Oh,
Look
toi,
who's
tu veux mettre le
coming to
feu.
get her recipe back. If it isn't our little goody two-shoes Lily, you better
Merde.
split before I tie your
Pardon pour le
shoelaces
micro.
together. Or worse.
Non mais non, tu peux pas faire ça.
Oh, you really want the recipe back, don't you?
Bah oui, je veux bien que tu me la
Well.
rendes.
I didn't know that. Just give me a sec, so I can wrap it up for you with a bow.
Hey!
Lily was touched. It was so rare for her to get presents.
You so don't have a clue, do you? Get lost, Lily, or I'll be forced to call you names. Yeah, I'm a real badass.
C'est clair.
Just face it. You're not tough enough to make any demands around here.
Voilà, un peu blonda celle aussi. Oh, mon Dieu.
Tell me, how come you even dare to come here anyway? You know we're not allowed to play in the garden anymore. Or did Mother Superior send you? You can tell your beloved Mother Superior that I don't give a damn about her stupid rules. Ha! But I bet you're too scared. You're scared of your echo, right? And you should be, because one day, when you least expect it, who knows? You might turn around and see that someone has stolen your milk. What? Now you're upset? Did the nasty boy bother you again? You're such a crybaby.
Il est méchant.
Well,
Je m'énerve.
well. What's this? Is this you standing up for yourself? Just look at you, Lily,
Lily,
with
colle-lui
your
un poing.
bow and your braids. You don't actually think you could stand up to a bad boy like me, do you? I was playing with matches before you'd said your first morning prayer. How could I ever take someone like you seriously? Do you know how to spit cherry pits? Or hunt sparrows with a slingshot? Just face it. You'll never be as tough as me, and that means you won't get your recipe either.
Si, je m'énerve encore.
If you're trying to impress me, you'll have to work a little harder. You're too scared to even hunt sparrows, and that means you won't get...
Oui, bon, on a bien compris. Allez.
Have you lost your mind? If you want the recipe, you'll have to come get it. I knew it. You're just not tough enough for a rebel like me.
Ok, donc elle veut pas. Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait lui donner? Ça?
Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to find some other way to impress.
Ça?
Lily knew she wasn't supposed to play with her food. Food was such a... And when it started acting up, Lily would get scared.
Merde, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire.
Shawnee didn't seem to be... Lily...
D'accord. Je sais pas moi. Ça?
Shawnee didn't seem...
Ça?
Shawnee...
Non plus? Ça?
Shawnee...
Non plus? Ouais, je ne sais point.
Lily knew she... Food. And when it started...
Non, non, non. Et ben, reste
Shawnee
ça.
did... Lily...
Non plus. On peut rien mettre dans ce genre?
Lily had heard that was certainly true.
Non. D'accord. Bon, termite.
It looked like the termites had found, and one of the gnomes that Lily's too bad. He would
Alors
probably...
attends. Oui, bon, tu as déjà dit. On peut rien faire.
Lily would have liked to help the gnome with his work, but she had her own chores to do.
D'accord. Bon. Bon. Là, c'est un petit peu mort. Qu'est-ce qu'on va bien pouvoir faire pour l'impressionner et récupérer notre...
What's this?
Oh.
Where had Garret gone? The chapel didn't have a second exit.
T'es qui toi, Franck, déjà? Oh là, attends, il y a plein de trucs là.
Please stay off the slabs, okay? You're interfering with my research.
D'accord.
The carving showed a begging monk with conspicuously empty hands. But something was missing. Dignity, for example, but something else too. The good old confession booth. Lily had been coming here often since the self-flagellation had stopped working.
Bon. Qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre? On a le mec et après il reste
The
la
cross
croix.
looked very unstable. Lily thought it would make much more sense to simply place it upside down.
Dans notre sens, ce serait peut-être pas terrible.
Wait. No, nothing. I thought I detected a resonance echo in the floor. And where there's a resonance echo in a floor, the hollow space can't be far. A crypt. Or a hidden pool salon for Templars with outrageously hip hairstyles.
What?
Your question is completely justified. What would Templars be doing in a pool salon? It's just one of the countless mysteries surrounding the Templars. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Did they get a group discount ticket for their journey? And who was their hairstylist? There is just one answer to all these questions. The Great Church Conspiracy. And we can be certain that the evidence is buried beneath these stone slabs. If only I had the right tool to dig it up. Find it.
Attends, je sais. Ah merde. Ah ouais,
Shh, for a
direct.
second. Oh, great. If there's just been a landslide in the Templar's subterranean crypt, then now I've missed it. How the hell are you supposed to uncover church conspiracies if you keep getting interrupted? Just the
écoute,
constant stream of people going to confession is getting on my nerves. But compared to you, they're as quiet as church mice. I have no idea who they are. They creep into the confession booth and only come out when it gets too noisy for them. All that will be over with as soon as I have the right tool for my excavation anyway.
on va te le donner, attends.
Sorry, Lily, but I'm just not interested in small talk. All I care about are church conspiracies. There's a lot to talk about there, but unfortunately, most of it's secret.
T'as
And
que ça à la
without the right
bouche.
tool, I won't be able
Oui,
to.
bon, on le
Either
sait.
you go and get me the, or you just leave. That would be fine with me too.
Ok, et ça là?
Shh! You're destroying the holy illuminescence of the stone slab. And if they lose their illuminescence, they certainly won't be in the mood to reveal their secret. And there's no doubt I know Templar symbols when I see them. Where there are Templars, a secret crypt with details. If only I had the... Then, all I'd need to know is which slab to drill under to get my hands on the church conspiracy. If it's one that has a neck, because there are those with a neck and those without.
Lily was impressed. Everything Frank said made sense.
Ah bon? Alors, attends, tiens, je te donne ça. Ça peut pas t'aider, ça?
Ah, very good.
Ah,
That's exactly what I need.
je le savais.
Now, if I only knew where to drill. But such knowledge was probably lost long ago. No one is old enough to still remember the age of the Templars. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd have long since had that church conspiracy by the scruff of its neck. Oh well, I'll just start.
Oh putain, la croix. Ouah, il est là, lui.
Damn! How am I supposed to work with all this noise? Hey! Frank! Frank! Ah, what the hell?
Ok, bon, lui, on l'a trouvé au moins. Bon, alors, toi, t'es en train de faire ça, et il n'y a rien d'autre, je pense, qu'on puisse faire avec toi.
What?
Eh.
Huh? What?
Il est
I'm
sourd,
sorry,
maintenant.
but I can't understand you. You have my ears are still ringing from the drill.
D'accord.
Whatever you come up with, I can think of a better conversation. Templar! They traveled the world before actually, they were the ones who
Il a
all
que
day
les
long they barely did
les Templars,
anything
les
else than
Templiers à la
plan
bouche.
church
Oui,
sometimes
bon, conspiration
even
de
during
l'église, c'est bon.
breakfast.
De quoi, Nutella? Ah merde! J'ai pas lu la truc.
Shh! You're destroying the
Bon, on va essayer de le
but
déshabiller.
no other if it's because
Blablabla. Ok, allez, on va le laisser à ses occupations. Et ah, ça y est. Maintenant, on peut y aller.
A surveillance room.
Waouh!
That was the hard evidence that Garret was spying for Mother Superior.
Waouh, c'est quoi tout cet équipement là-dedans?
A surveillance room. At first glance, the board didn't look very exciting, but Lily was used to making do with little. While other children unwrapped their presents at Christmas, she could find happiness in a pine needle dropped from a Christmas tree. I'd like to be able to say that she was thinking about luring Garret into the confession booth and locking it shut with a bar, but
Attends, t'as dit quoi?
I'd like that she was thinking about luring Garret into the confession, but Lily was just thinking about ponies. Lily had to confess that she was once again a surveillance.
Non, on va mettre ça par là qui se pique le cul, non? Non. Bon, eh bien, et ça on peut pas les mettre par terre. Tombe, non plus. Bon, ok. Donc on a trouvé la salle de surveillance. Attends. Il y avait une planche. Non, on peut pas la prendre cette planche? Si. Hop, on va fermer la porte. Et on l'enfermera quand il y reviendra. Donc là, il n'y a plus personne. On va peut-être revenir voir Edna. On vient annoncer la bonne nouvelle. Enfin, la bonne mauvaise nouvelle. Hop. Edna, j'ai du nouveau.
And? Are you making progress?
Yay!
Cool. So you've been working on your imitating animal voices number. You can tell me about it later, okay? First, we have to get rid of Garret. I'm sure he's spying from...
Oui, c'est certain.
Before you say anything, I thought of something else. I think Garret has a secret hiding place in the chapel. Yeah, a kind of listening station in the confession booth. This should prove once and for all that he's spying for Mother Superior. The question is whether we can somehow use this knowledge against him.
Lily actually had an idea.
Yay!
She would lock Garret in his secret room. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
Wait, I know. What if we locked Garret in his secret surveillance room? Just pretend you want to give confession, and when he's in his hiding place, wham! Our trap will snap shut on him. Oh, don't be sad, Lily. I'm sure you'll come up with a good idea next time. But for now, let's get to work. It was my plan, so now you have to set it in motion. Not so loud. Dr. Marcel's ears are everywhere. If you listen closely, you can even hear the wind blowing in his ear hairs. That guy is no joke. But you know the rumors, so watch out for him. He is evil. Evil.
Evil.
Wait a minute. What's that? Do you hear those noises too? I think someone's drilling inside the chapel.
Ouais.
It's probably just Frank looking for evidence of a church conspiracy again. Dang,
Ok, donc enfin, pas c'est
that
pas
could
nouveau.
ruin our plans. If Garret can't listen in on you, we won't be able to lock him in his hiding place. You have to think of something to get rid of Frank. Did you happen to find the plans for my time machine? They weren't finished yet anyway. How big is the microwave oven in the school cafeteria? Forget it. That won't work. And all my other ideas are a little complicated.
Ok, grosso modo, elle
We
voulait faire
don't
un
have
truc
time
avec le
for
micro-ondes
them.
et une machine
I
à
guess
remonter
the
le
easiest
temps,
thing to do
mais...
would be to help him with his search. Once Frank has found what he's looking for, he'll hopefully stop drilling.
Ok. Bon, maintenant il faut réussir à enfermer l'autre dans cette pièce. Comment on va savoir qu'il y est dedans? On va aller voir la cafétéria s'il y a toujours la mère supérieure. Et s'il n'y a pas l'autre avec elle? Non, il n'y a personne. Il n'y a personne. Ah si, c'est ça que je voulais voir. Non, 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 c'était pas en haut, c'était par là. Par là. Eh, attends, c'est qui ça? Capu.
Lily, nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great, just as you are.
Lily's heart skipped a beat. This might have been the nicest thing anyone ever said to her.
Ouais, tu es gentil.
You seem so... Is something wrong?
Lily would have liked to tell him her troubles, but she didn't want to give Ed.
Well, if you need anything, I'm always there for you. I worry
c'est trop
about you, you know?
mignon. C'est trop mignon. Je peux rien lui donner? Non. Bon. Alors viens ici, toi, je vais te donner ton petit animal là. Sait-on jamais? Comme toi, tu raffoles des caractères
What's
par rapport
that
aux animaux.
supposed to be? An animal motif? Uh-huh. No animal motif looks like that. Animal motifs are always on a pedestal. Don't you know anything?
Ok, je sais. Je vais chercher le piédestal là-bas parce qu'ils étaient vides. Non, ça marche. Ah, mais on peut pas y aller. Ah si, c'est là. Je peux pas en récupérer un? Je voudrais en récupérer un. Là, on le met
As
dessus.
long as no one forbade her, Lily would keep everything she found,
Ah
even
mais
if
non, je suis con.
Lily thought this idea was delightful. The guinea pig was bound to make a huge impression as an animal.
Voilà. C'était tout. Fallait pas ça. Hop. On revient ici. Voilà. Voilà, il est bugué mon truc. Il était un peu bugué là. Bon, bref.
Huh. At least this is a regular animal motif.
Oh,
But
gna, gna, gna.
do you think it also conveys really important values?
Of course it did. Guinea pigs were cute and small, but always cheerful. Lily
Come,
always tried to
Lily.
follow their example.
Uh-huh. Well, if you say so. Come back in a few minutes. If you don't bother me, I won't take long.
Mais on lui a piqué l'autre? Ah non. D'accord. Bon, en attendant... Non, toujours pas. En attendant, on va revenir dans la chapelle en espérant que l'autre soit revenu. Ici, on n'a rien d'autre. De toute façon, il ne reste pas grand chose à faire là. Ah oui, voilà, c'était ça. Il fallait rentrer pour faire
Lily
une
spent a
confession.
lot of time in the confession booth. Only she knew what she mumbled during those long hours. At least ever since the father who took her confessions had died of a heart attack.
Damn! How am I supposed to work with all this noise? Hey! Frank! Frank! Ah, what the hell?
Ah merde, il faut qu'il arrête. Merde.
What? Huh? I'm sorry. You have to. My ear.
Oui, bon, t'arrêtes pas de le dire. Non, mais attends, tu veux pas faire autre chose, mec? Genre manger une banane en attendant?
What's that for? If you really want to help, then decipher the symbols on the stone slabs. I think I'm drilling in the wrong spot. Don't you know anyone who's good at history?
Mais merde.
What's that for? If you really, I think, don't.
Eh merde hein. Ouais, si on va là-dedans, ça va pas marcher, quoi.
Please stay off the slabs, okay?
Ah, zut. Zut et rezut. Peut-être en allant voir la mère supérieure, ça l'énervera peut-être et elle lui dira d'arrêter. Sait-on jamais? Sait-on jamais? Eh ben, vas-y à la cafétéria. Madame la mère supérieure.
Stop dawdling. Feed the cat and
Oui, bon,
don't
le
get
sait,
yourself
oui, qu'on
self.
va...
Now, I have.
Bon, tais-toi. Oh merde, on peut pas lui parler. Et elle, il faut toujours retrouver sa poêle aussi. Alors, attendez. Parce que je sais qu'on pouvait ressortir de toute manière. Donc on va revenir au puits. Et peut-être à la... au cellier, il y aura quelque chose. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose de nouveau par là? Oh oui, il y a un petit bonhomme. Il y a toujours rien.
Lily got along great with Doris, the lunch lady. That's why she knew Doris would start throwing knives if anyone messed up her pantry.
Bon. Et toi, qu'est-ce que tu caches là-dedans?
Quick! Close the door before anyone sees me! This is the last safe place in the entire and I wanted to stay that way.
Pourquoi tu veux rester là, toi?
Don't even try talking me out of it. I'm staying here. It's much too dangerous out there.
Lily had no idea what Memphis was talking about, but he'd always been jumpy.
Je peux te tuer?
Psst. Someone
c'était pas la
might hear
poêle, ça
you,
doit être la
and then
chaudière.
they'll take away my hiding place. And if they take away my hiding place, then I'll definitely be next. The stove is the safest place in the entire... It has a Krupp steel casing, titanium reinforced interior walls.
Mais qu'est-ce
I'd
qu'il
even
traîne, lui?
survive a bomb attack in here.
Ah d'accord. T'as peur d'une
Now
attaque
get
de bombe,
lost
toi?
before someone discovers me. If you're looking for your recipe, talk to Shorty. He pocketed it.
Il est fou.
The end of the world is near.
Ok. Au revoir.
What?
Non mais t'es pas sérieux, tu vas pas rester là-dedans quand même. Bon, écoute, si tu veux crever, tu crèves. Y a rien à y mettre là-dedans. Bon, là y a rien. Il y a toujours le couteau aussi qu'elle a perdu, l'autre. Il y avait quoi? Couteau, récipe, c'est la note. Ah oui, mais c'est vrai qu'il y avait la bombe là.
This ball of wool was a symbol. Lily wanted it to stay in the treasure chest.
D'accord, on peut refermer. Voilà. Ok.
Edna had apparently left an inscription here. Lily was touched. Edna was Lily's best friend. Lily missed the turmoil. Somehow the trees seemed so sad.
Bon, d'accord.
The yard waste was rotting away. A paradise. Lily...
Bon, on a déjà vu tout ça. On a quand même récupéré la bombe atomique. Enfin, la bombe atomique. Alors, soit on va le voir pour lui, soit on va voir pour impressionner l'autre. On va déjà aller voir lui ce qu'il nous dit avec cette bombe. Tu seras peut-être plus rassuré s'il y a une bombe. Tu veux une bombe, copain? Regarde.
It was the perfect place to get rid of the detonator.
What's that? What do you have there?
But Lily didn't really want to get rid of it yet.
Ok, c'est des bazars. Ouais, là-dedans, j'ai rien pour lui. Allez, on va revenir voir l'autre. Il est bugué, mon inventaire.
Shawnee didn't seem to be... Lily had...
Bon, alors ça l'intéresse pas. Ah, lui, il y a toujours rien à faire. Bon. Ok. Maintenant, qu'est-ce que je dois faire? que c'est quoi ce truc en fait? Attends, on va peut-être aller voir l'autre, il sait ce que c'est peut-être. Hé Franck! C'est quoi ça? Tu peux m'aider s'il te plaît?
What's that for? If you really want to help, I
Non,
think,
tu peux
don't
pas.
you
Bon, qui peut me dire ce que c'est? L'autre là aussi, là, il avait des collections de partout là. Je sais pas ce que c'est lui. Ah ouais d'accord, quand on double-clique c'est un raccourci en fait. Je me suis trompée. C'est pas par là que je voulais aller. Je n'étais point par là. C'était pas ici. Voilà. Toi, tu peux pas me dire ce que c'est?
Keep your things to yourself. I'm sure you worked very hard for them.
Non. Oh, ça va beaucoup plus vite en fait comme ça. Toi, tu peux me dire ce que c'est. Tu vas savoir ce que c'est. Réveille-toi.
What's that? It reminds me of... No, nothing It reminds me of...
D'accord, t'as aucune idée de ce que c'est. Merveilleux. Bon. Très bien.
Hey, don't touch it.
J'ai rien
That's
touché.
No.
Et ça, c'est quoi? Allemagne, d'accord. Il n'y a rien d'autre qu'on puisse faire. Non. Bon. D'accord. Là, je cale un peu. Je cale un petit peu. Et toi, tu peux rien me dire sur ma statuette, là?
What are you waiting? The banner has to go to the
Oui,
cafeteria.
mais il y a la bannière, là, derrière. Hop. J'avais oublié ça. On va aller la remettre à sa place. Hop, cafétéria. Ça, on va le mettre là.
Ah, Birgit has finally finished the new banner, but what's that? A small, dirty guinea pig? Birgit
Ah oui, non,
didn't really
d'accord,
make
elle l'avait
this.
gardé, elle l'a
Did
échangé
she?
pour qu'elle...
That can't be true. Can I not rely on anyone here? Just you wait. She'll get what's coming to her.
D'accord, donc elle se barre.
The banner was a Get rid of it!
Non, mais laisse-la. Oh, t'es bien. Bon, toi, tu veux pas ça?
What's going on? That shouldn't be it. Just like to get out.
D'accord, bon, je m'en vais. Je m'en vais. Je suis quand même assez curieuse de savoir si elle va aller la voir. Oui.
I can't even tell you how disappointed I am in you, Birgit. This is the worst job I've seen in my entire career. But don't talk back. You are bad. I will probably have to strip you of all your awards,
J'avoue que ça a été
prizes,
dégueulasse la
Girl
Lily
Scout
sur le coup.
badges.
Parce qu'elle,
You
elle
no
voulait se
longer
laisser tromper,
deserve
quoi.
any of them.
But I only did what?
Hogwash, do you really wish to contradict me? I can't believe how low you've sunk, Birgit. A guinea pig? It's unbelievable. Your work is an
A guinea
insult
pig,
to the
c'est un
entire
convent, non?
convent. Get rid of it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Your whining won't make up for your failures. Just in case you decide not to waste my time with your ineptitude anymore. Here is a motif that's worth immortalizing on a banner. The puma. Strong, precise, dignified. A symbol of self-control.
Ah, le truc dont t'arrives pas à faire, toi.
Lily would have liked to, but on the other hand, it really was her own fault.
C'est clair.
Lily hoped for Birgit's sake that she would try a little harder with the...
Ok, bon, bon. Attends, du coup, elle a ouvert le truc, là, je suis con. Du coup, elle a ouvert la porte, là. On peut certainement prendre des trucs. Ça.
Stop that!
Lily decided to leave the hard.
Stop that! I need that as a template!
D'accord, on peut pas le rééchanger, c'est dommage. Je sais pas ce que c'est ça.
Stop!
Bon, elle veut pas, ok. Ok, bon, alors... Qu'est-ce que je vais foutre de ces figurines, moi? On va pas comprendre. Je sais pas, on va essayer un truc, mais je pense pas non plus.
As long as no one for even if she might not have enough.
Non, c'est pas ça. C'est pas ça. Je sais pas ce qu'il faut faire de ces trucs. Bon, écoutez, on a commencé à pas trop mal avancer non plus. On a vu plein de petits trucs. Et je vous propose de faire la suite pour le prochain épisode. Sur ce, je vous dis bye bye, à la prochaine.
Dancing inside with the Hunger Game, sparkling brown eyes, you light off.